Hello everyone and thanks for hanging out with me. I'm here with the Peugeot e-2008, 100 kilowatt front wheel drive, has a 50 kilowatt hour battery, 45 kilowatt hours can be used, has a WLTP range of 330 kilometers, and today I'm going to do a full range test at 130 kilometers an hour on the highway, going in one way and turning around at around 55%, and then come back. And what I can already see, I won't be charging to 100% because it's charging with 10 kilowatt. I plugged in at 84% and had 16 kilowatt. I'm here for 21 minutes and the car says another 30 minutes to full. So I'm guessing I will leave at 95%. Not waiting for that. Let me show you the car a bit. The car has a few weird things. First of all, you can't see the instrument cluster with the steering wheel in the way. I had that a lot. And except for charging and in the app, in the car, you cannot see a state of charge. I mean, look at that. When I'm here, like, this is my view and I can barely see the speed. It has cruise control, adaptive cruise control, even self-steering feature down here. We use that. But in the car, nowhere you can see a state of charge. The only thing you can see is this. So, like a gasoline car, ice car fuel gauge. Other than this, it's okay. Seat heaters, we have normal seat. Android Auto doesn't work. It will only work with this port, and every time when I plug in my phone here, my phone is doing weird things. So it's like plug in, plug out, plug in, plug out the whole time. I tried a different phone and it didn't work either. So I'm guessing this port is not working because it says in here that it should do Android Auto, but so far it didn't work. Yeah, and you have to press the start stop button long. One little press won't do it. Another 35 minutes and it shows me the charging speed in kilometers per hour. 46 kilometers. It should be still the 10 kilowatt. I charged to 95% and there we go, because this is ridiculous. I am on my way. I just started, drove 11 kilometers, and don't look at the consumption right now. This 321, that's not true. It's uphill for the first 7 kilometers, so erase that. I'm driving 132 because that GPS speed 130. I'm in eco mode, and this is the first car in a long time where I can drive above 130 in eco mode. That's cool. Climate is off. You can see that at the button there. When it's red, climate is off, but I have the seat heater on. But seat heater usually only takes 100 or 200 watt. And I don't know what state of charge I am, but let's look at our phone and see if this works. If I press refresh, yeah, works. 86%. 86, already 9% in 13 kilometers, but uphill. Now let's go on at before 50. I will, now come on, focus. Before 50, I will turn around, so 52 or something. And so cute, on the way here, I passed an Peugeot e-2008. That was fun. I'm at 70% and I drove 45 kilometers. That would mean 180 kilometers. We'll see. For the whole thing, I will not drive 180 because I won't arrive with 0% and I started with 95. But maybe it was 70% at 44 or something. We'll see. Still same settings. I changed highway just now. By the way, it's between 13 and 15 degrees. What I noticed is that the steering wheel, the steering assist is okay, and it's not bugging me, and so we can leave the steering wheel by itself for a while, and then no beeping or anything. What I noticed is that the automatic mirror here that should prevent me from getting blinded by cars behind me doesn't do it. So I still get blinded, so it does it way too late or darkens it not enough, something like this. Yeah, I find interesting that for the music, next song is up. In my ID3, next song is down. And here's volume, and this up here is to switch between views. And there's another button here on the side that let me do the changing. So I can go between trip 2, current information, and trip 1. Consumption 246 is a bit high, but it's also 15 degrees. Heat is off, only seat heating, but still. And what I love with this navigation, that you see elevation. I love that. I want that in every car. I'm at 45%. That means I've used 50% and I drove 85 kilometers. This would mean 170 kilometers. The thing is, I started at 95% and I turned around at 51%, 51, 52, but the car says I have 66 kilometers of range and it's going down. And I have 61 kilometers to go to the charger, so I only have 5 kilometers of margin. That's not a lot. The good thing is that the last 7 kilometers are downhill, where we'll use less power, but still, we'll see. Now 6 kilometers of margin. The range only goes down in 2 kilometer steps, and most of the time it's with a percentage, so 2 kilometers off and then the 1% less. The app is not refreshing, but I'm pretty sure I'm at 20%. That means I used 75% of the battery and I drove 123, 122 kilometers. The problem now that I have is I have 18 kilometers of range and 21 kilometers to go. So will have to slow down a bit. The good thing on this stretch that I'm driving is that the last 7 kilometers are downhill, so that helps when it comes to consumption and range, and really good hill, but still 20 kilometers, come on, and 18 kilometers of range, and the app is still not refreshing. Yeah, there we are, 17% already. So maybe it was even less. Maybe I used more than the 75%. I arrived with 6 kilometers of range. There was even 4 kilometers at some point, with 8%. Focus, 8%. So I used, help me, 87% to drive 146 kilometers, and I used 250 watt-hours per kilometer. I will now look at Google Maps what the kilometers are. Okay, so Google Maps tells me it's 147 kilometers and the car shows 146, so that's pretty close. That's 0.6%. Let's calculate the range then. There's no light in here. That means the range is 169 kilometers at 13 to 15 degrees without heat. It even turned the seat heat off in the middle. And on the way back, when I saw that my margin was lower and lower, I even slowed down to 130, 128 for a few minutes. And of course, the last kilometer, like I said, so the last 7 kilometers is downhill, but the first beginning was uphill, is 120 and then 100 zone in here. But in consumption, 250, that's pretty high. Interesting, here it says 7%, not like in the app. Let's see what charging speed we get. It's starting. No, it's 8%. What is it? Come on, I want to see 100 kilowatt. Show me some power. Voltage is great. Wow. 94 kilowatt. Okay, better than nothing. Let's see how long it will hold that. Yeah. I will do a different video with charging if I have the time and if the conditions are right. But yeah, there was a bit of a high consumption for this car. But overall, it was a fun drive. It's not as loud, it's not as quiet as other cars, but it's also not loud. It was okay. But you can look at it a bit. It's okay. God, it's already dirty. Look at that. That's the summer. 97 kilowatt now. Yeah, that was a good drive. And with good drive, I mean I drove the car down to the 6 kilometers of range, so that's good. It's charging now with 97 kilowatt. That's good. And I hear the battery is being cooled, so that's nice. The charge port is blinking and everything. But let's say 170 kilometers at 130, yeah, without heat and anything. Yes, it was. I'm pretty sure when it's 25 degrees you get a bit more, but in the winter you have way less, especially when the heat is on and when you have a few people in there. But overall, it was a good test. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.